All right, so this is the final way that I'm going to show you to set up this second sprites motion in Scratch. And again, any of these choices you could make and be completely happy with and have a great program. It's a question of how you want your sprite to move, and that really is a very personal question. What about the game that you are making? So this last one I'm going to show you, and again, then it's for you to figure out other ways to make your sprite move if you choose and come up with something that you truly love in your game. So I'm going to get rid of this forever loop once again, and I'm going to bring another forever loop in. We know that forever loop's important if we want that motion to continue going. So I'm going to go back to control and bring another forever loop in because I want that. Then I'm going to go to motion. And this time I'm going to do something a little bit different than I did before. What I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in one change X by block and one change Y by block. So I've got those in. I'm still going to bring in those things that I've brought in before, right? Because if I'm on an edge, I still want to bounce off. I still want to stay in that. And the other thing that I like, and this is more how I want my guy to appear, how I would like my crab to look, is sometimes when I bounce off those walls, I get a funny angle. And I want to not have that funny angle. I want to be straight and flat like he is right now, right there in my screen. So I want that appearance. But here's what's going to change. I'm not just going to make it change X by 10 and change Y by 10, because all it's going to do, if I do that, is just go across in a diagonal fashion across the screen. So what I want to do instead is I want to make it do a jitter dance. So in order to do that, I'm going to go down to the green tools, which is the operators. And right here in the middle is this pick random button. So I can make it, instead of moving just 10, I can make it move in a random value from 1 to 10, or I'm going to change that. And I can make it change X in a random value and Y in a random value. And that's exactly what I want to do. But I want to change the random pick from 1 to a negative value. So I'm going to make that negative 20. So it's going to move in any random value from negative 20 to 20. And it's going to move in any random Y value from negative 20 all the way to 20. And what's going to happen there is it's going to move kind of just crazy in a very jittery, but I think fun fashion around the screen. Again, if it gets to an edge, it's going to bounce off that. And then anytime it gets turned at all, it's going to flatten out into this kind of crab view that I like most. So let's give it a flag and see what happens. If I flag, you can see my crab, and there he is dancing around the screen, and he's still chasing the cat. You could say, right? Again, it's random motion. It's not directed motion, but it is motion that could catch my cat if he gets if I get a little lazy and don't keep my cat moving away from that wild dancing crab. So again, I've shown you 4 different ways to make your second sprite move. It's a question you have to answer in terms of how you want that second sprite to move. Choose one of these 4 or come up with your own completely creative and inventive version of your second sprite motion. Once you've done, once you've programmed your second sprite, however you want it to run, make sure you click on this the file button and click save now, right? Save your project. Make sure that project is saved. That's a big step to take to make sure that as we continue to move through this program, you've got the program that you've written saved and ready to move forward with. I'm excited to see what you guys wrote. Keep in mind, screenshot exit ticket, but good job.